Hi, my name is Cynthia, and in 2009 I gave birth to a set of twin boys who aren't mine. I was a gestational surrogate for a same-sex male couple who live in Italy. Currently, the Italian government is discriminating against LGBT communities and human rights. It was only back in 2016 that the government did legalize civil unions for same-sex couples, but we're in 2023 now, and same-sex couples still have not been granted the rights to be able to adopt children, to create families, to give families to children waiting to be adopted. Surrogacy is also illegal in Italy, which can lead to prison terms and fines. Yes, there has been the option to be able to travel abroad to places where surrogacy is legal, such as in California, where I'm from. I was recently informed that right now there are about 20 children in Milan currently waiting for registration. This comes from the recent change that affects all of Italy by only allowing one mom and one dad to be recognized on a child's birth certificate, a set of parents, unless those parents consist of two males or two females, two mothers or two fathers, a set of parents. This puts a child at risk of losing parental care if the parent on the birth certificate dies or if the couple's relationship breaks down. Last year before her election, the Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni, stated yes to natural families, no to the LGBT lobby, alongside a Senate committee voting against recognizing the rights of same-sex parents. The Italian government is trying to take it a step further. Right now up for discussion is passing a bill that would make surrogacy a universal crime. A crime. This means that couples who do travel overseas, where surrogacy is legal, upon their arrival back in Italy, they can face a penalty of up to 2 years in prison and up to €1 million in fines, all for wanting a family. Keep in mind that they're also not granted the rights to be able to adopt children currently waiting for adoption in Italy. As a previous surrogate, these issues hit home for me. Being a surrogate will always be one of my proudest and greatest achievements. I have a wonderful relationship with the IPs. I have a wonderful relationship with the boys that I carried for their parents. And that's why I wanted to introduce myself, not just as a surrogate, but as a human. I'm married to a wonderful man for the past almost 17 years. Together we have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. It wasn't just my journey, it was our family's journey. We created a new family. We are a family. There are a lot of misconceptions around surrogacy. There are a lot of misconceptions around women who choose to become surrogates. I'm not just a surrogate. I'm not just a mom. I'm not just a wife. I'm also a licensed psychotherapist here in California. I'm also very confident in my capability of making choices and decisions for myself. Eugenia Tognati, Lucetta Scarafia, and Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, you have questions and concerns. I understand that. I'd really like to take the opportunity to be able to answer some of those questions. Question number 1, has there been any trauma giving the children to them? I'm actually not in favor of the way this question is asked because I know there's a lot of people who have never been in a situation such as surrogacy and or don't fully understand the surrogacy process that can personalize it. The children were never mine. In fact, we're not genetically related. Embryos were implanted into my uterus and they continued growing until they were viable. From there, I continued nurturing them until they were ready to meet their fathers. The intended parents were also living in our home for about 2 weeks before the boys were due and about 3 weeks after the boys were born. So we really got to enjoy that newborn stage together. Question number 2, was my life in danger? Physically, no. With it being my body, I made all final decisions and choices regarding my body. Legally, also no. We had clear legal binding documents that protected my rights. We also had clear and legal documents that protected the rights of the babies after they were born. Question number 3, did I experience a form of modern slavery? I really dislike how this question alludes to the possibility that my husband could somehow force me into a decision, such as becoming a surrogate. It also very much dismisses my own choices and my own decisions on experiences that I want to be involved in. My husband didn't force me into doing anything. Actually, if you remember that MTV show, This Is My Life As, I was about 14 years old when I watched the episode, This Is My Life as a Surrogate, and I was fascinated. I really did know that that was something that I would really want to experience one day. My husband and I make choices and decisions together. We had already decided that our family was complete, and so I chose to become a surrogate. Question number 4. Was my dignity as a woman and as a surrogate demeaned? No, absolutely not. I continue to be very, very proud of the decision I made to become a surrogate. Yes, I have encountered people that have asked ignorant questions, and yes, I have encountered people that have made rude comments, but I know that they don't understand, and maybe they're incapable of understanding, but it's not my responsibility to get them to understand. I've always chosen, as I do today, to surround myself with supportive and empowering people. And the intended parents also had their own support systems in place that we were fortunate enough to have been introduced to, and they've welcomed us with open arms wholeheartedly. These connections that we've made, this additional support has really contributed to the woman that I've become today. Those were just a couple questions that I wanted to come on here to address. Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, I am very open to discussing any concerns or questions that you might have. I have a great deal of love and respect for your country. I'm forever tied to my surrogate family who resides there in Italy. I will always advocate for equal human rights and for love. If there are any other surrogates who have surrogate families who reside in Italy, I do encourage you to share your experience with surrogacy as well. I am also not good at this recording thing, so share it. We want to reach as many people as we can.